We had to move from a house with a garden into a flat, so we're missing the outdoor space. So it's been really lovely. We waited a couple of years on the waiting list for this allotment, but it was so magical when it came.
We're going to try and get a big leaf bin working, and then down here we've got some more trees and the bottom of the garden. This long one here, this is going to be asparagus because we like asparagus, and we're not too far from the seaside here, so we can mulch it with seaweed. And then the beds at the bottom is going to be we're going to have squash.
So my name's Ellen, I'm a poet, and so while Matt does all the work on the allotment, not quite, but we both work on the allotment, but I do spend a lot of time in the shed writing. This is a beautiful writing shed, and it's a really lovely quiet space, beautiful views of the trees and stuff, and it's just, we had to move from a house with a garden into a flat, so we're missing the outdoor space. So it's been really lovely. We waited a couple of years on the waiting list for this allotment, but it was so magical when it came, with this beautiful shed which we inherited, as Matt said. And this is where I sit and write, and I do a bit of pruning or something, and then I come back and have another idea for a poem. But the results are already being published. I have published my book, My Deep and Gorgeous Thirst, which I launched last night. So the time on the allotment was creatively spent, and this is my harvest this year. And then next year we hope to have more fruit and vegetables as well.
Hi, so my name's Matt, and Vivek's persuaded me to talk a little bit about our allotment. We are in Bexley in southeast London, and we've got a municipal allotment that we just only took over recently. We're pretty lucky with this allotment because it was being used by somebody else, and they had to retire for health grounds, so we didn't inherit a complete mess of weeds or anything like that. And we're very, very, very grateful to the person who had this plot before us. So we just took on a plot to really have a go, a bit of growing some of our own food, and just to get some fresh air, really. I think as much as anything, when we come down here, we just come down here for a bit of peace and quiet and to sit in the sunshine. So it's not a huge plot. I imagine lots of people have got much bigger plots. This one's about sort of 5 metres by 15 metres, and we're lucky we inherited some fruit trees and quite a few plantings. So just down here we've got some raised beds where it's the end of October, so at the moment we're just cutting everything down and sort of covering everything with a mulch of cardboard, just trying to leave it to rest over the winter. Just up this end I think we're probably going to be growing sort of salad greens, tatsoi, things like that, and like lavender, lots of flowers for cutting. And I'm just going to walk down here, and hopefully Vivek won't fall over as he follows me. So so we've got some fruit trees over here. We're not too sure what some of them are at the moment. We know we've got a plum because we turned it into a plum crumble, but we've got some apple trees. So when they've gone dormant, we're gonna cut those back, basically. So it's good for feeding ourselves. And we're just trying to keep a lot of grass on the ground, really. We've inherited a mower, so we're just going to cut that down to try and keep the plot nice and tidy. We don't want to get ourselves any of those untidy plot letters or anything like that. And we've got some raised beds in the middle here. I'm not sure we're too sure what we're going to do with these raised beds at the moment, but we've just cut them down and covered them up at the moment. And you can see we've inherited this rather lovely vine here. We tried to pick the grapes, but I don't know, I don't think we've got winemakers in us, really. I think at the moment we're just going to cut the vine back a long way and then yeah, just compost all the remains for the garden. I'm going to try and get a big leaf bin working, and then down here we've got some more trees, and the bottom of the garden we've got a fig tree down here. I don't hold out great hopes of this fig tree producing much, but it's extremely pretty. And yeah, another couple of fruit trees. I'm not too sure what these ones are going to become. I think probably some kind of cherry or something like that. And then we've got one long bed that we haven't quite got round to mulching at the moment. We're just going to cut this all down, cover it in cardboard. This long one here, this is going to be asparagus, because we like asparagus, and we're not too far from the seaside here, so we can mulch it with seaweed. And then the beds at the bottom is going to be, we're going to have squash. So the compost bin there, come April we're going to pull the compost bin off and grow some keeping squashes there, like Turk's turban or something like that. And this one here, I'm not too sure what we're going to do with it. It's probably going to be something like beans. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed finding out a little bit about our allotment. Bye.
Wow, that's amazing. It smells gorgeous. Really tasty. Amazing. Yeah. Want to try any?
I'm going to do the proper kebab thing.
Oh. Ah, I'm doing it wrong. That's delicious. Wow. Wow. This is really good.
Let's give this a go. Two in there.
It's really good.
Is this the one that's the fermented?
Yeah, it
veg
is.
thing?
It is the pickled vegetable, that one.
It's really nice.
Gotta go with pickled vegetable.
It is
really.
alive.
This is as it should be.
Yeah,
So tasty.
enjoy it, yeah.
Mayonnaise. Oh wow, look at that. He's got the proper...
Kebab confessional here.
Kebab professional.
Because Conso has put an extra piece of wood in and stood it down. So I've got to get the floor hammer, take the screws out, to bang it in the screwdriver.
Oh, true. This is really tasty.
Now that's slowly down the way. No, we're eating up to you now.
bones in the chicken. All manners on.
It's so tasty. Wow. And that's so kind to make me some biscuits as well. It's really kind.